Hello everyone, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for August 2023. So these are messages from Spirit for the month of August. Take these energies, my friends, where they apply, where they fit in your life, and view these readings as a heads up, a guidance into the energies that you might be facing this month, and maybe how to handle those challenges or how to be more aware of the opportunities that might be coming your way. Let's get started. Hello Capricorn. So your overall energy for the month of August is seek seclusion and boundaries. Additional messages is express yourself and value your uniqueness. And then the 4-week breakdown, or how the energies are likely to play out, we've got the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. So I think the first message from Spirit is very clear, Capricorn, and it just says seek seclusion. And I think this month is going to be a really important month for you to seek seclusion. And the reason why is because Spirit wants you to hear your own voice. And sometimes the world can get so loud, or our need for other people's opinions, or a need to fulfill other people's opinions on us, or what we think their opinions of us are, can overshadow our own opinions on ourselves. There's almost this sense in this card that she's turned her back on this person because there's a higher voice that she's trying to listen to. I feel, Capricorn, that you feel the call. You feel the need, the desire to follow your own heart, or to listen to your own heart. And it might not be taking action yet. It might just literally be just tapping into your own energy, tapping into where you are being called to now, what you are being called to. And I think in your reading, this has real significance. It has real importance. It matters. Now, I'm sure that the cards will tell us why it matters. But I mean, it always matters anyway, Capricorn, for us to listen to ourselves, for us to... It's kind of like Capricorn Spirit saying, bring the focus back to you. This is a month of personal growth and opening. And don't worry, Capricorn, because sometimes when we hear that, we kind of think, oh, not more inner work. You know, sometimes we're kind of like, we feel like, oh my gosh, am I that bad that I need so much inner work? And it's like, no, it's got nothing to do with good or bad, my friends. It's just how much out of alignment we are. The more we've strayed from our authentic self and our authentic path, the more work it will take to get back to it. So if you can think of it like that, There's absolutely nothing wrong with you, my friends. The work is not to change you. The work is to open you up. It's to realign you with you and what is meant for you. And so I was saying earlier, you know, sometimes we think, ugh, more inner work. But this spills out with this Eight of Cups into your everyday life. So you will see the impact of the work that you do on yourself in your day-to-day life. Like, it will have that ripple effect. Now, this Six Seclusion card, Spirit's also saying to me, don't worry about the people that are around you. Now, they're probably hard to notice, but there's like little fairies here. And I feel that, I know this sounds a bit funny, but I feel that that's like Spirit bringing in distractions for the people in your life, so you have time. So this might be, suddenly your partner gets really busy at work, so your partner might start doing overtime, and you have maybe a couple of hours every evening just for you. This could be that, you know, the kids might join a new club, and maybe your partner takes them, or maybe you take turns with a neighbor. So maybe, you know, there's a new neighbor that moves in, and the neighbor's putting their kids in the same club, and therefore the neighbor says to you, well, what about if I take them one turn and you take them the next? And that frees up time for you. But I feel that Spirit is kind of creating a distraction, if you like, for the people in your life, so they don't impact your need for seclusion. So they're not, thank you, Spirit. So they're not impacted by your need for seclusion. That's really interesting energy, isn't it? And you've got boundaries. Now, this card has come out a few times now in the August readings. And in your reading, I'm seeing it as a little bit different. So your boundaries, Capricorn, is how you break your own boundaries. I don't feel that your month of August is really focused on others or outside change. It could bring that on, but I don't think that's the focus of August for you. Capricorn, August is about you. And so this boundaries card is how you break your boundaries. It's how you might realize, like, let's use a very simple, silly example. Maybe you're a little bit allergic to dairy. And so, you know, you're very careful with milk, and you don't have milk, you don't have cheese. But sometimes you just think, I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream. Oh, too bad. It'll make me sick, but it's so worth it. And so you limit yourself, and then suddenly you'll binge on ice cream and it'll make you quite sick. Like, let's just say you pay the price. It's the way that you let yourself down. You tell yourself, right, I'm going to make time for myself. And then you make everybody a priority instead of you. And I'm wondering, because with this Seek Seclusion card, I said others. It's like Spirit is going to make others, the other people in your life, busy, or, you know, like the neighbor offering, why don't you take them once and I'll take them another. You might actually turn and say, oh, no, I love taking them. No, I'll take them. I think this is what this 5 of Wands is here. This is not you being, you might want to be mad at others, but you fully know that you should just be mad at yourself. And it's interesting because this is 50, which is a 5, and this is a 5. And I feel that links these two cards. It's like you'll break your boundary. You're trying to seek seclusion. I think you're just going to, not that you're trying to seek seclusion, but I feel like you understand that you need a bit more alone time. You might be a little bit more tired, or you might feel a little bit more withdrawn. And then you'll say things like to your neighbor, oh, no, I want to take them, you know. And then you'll kick yourself and you'll be like, why did I do that? So there is a sense in the month of August, Capricorn, that pay attention. And you know what? If you break a boundary, like if you, that's just an example. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen with your neighbor. But let's go back to that analogy. If you find that you've gone, no, I want to take them. Don't get stubborn. When you realize, oh, I've been wanting a bit more time for me because I'm a bit tired, or I just need a bit of space. I get offered space and I refused it. Go to your neighbor and say, do you know what? I had to think about it, and you know, you're absolutely right. It would be just such a blessing, wouldn't it, to take turns? You know, does that still work for you? And your neighbor's going to jump with joy. And that's just, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but that's just to give you an example. Because I feel Capricorn, that you will, and look, this says express yourself. So value your uniqueness, and I feel like it's almost like value your unique values as well. But I feel that you might jump the gun sometimes, but don't be too proud to go back and to go, do you know, actually I had a thought about that. I had a thought, you know, I stopped and thought about what you said, and you're 100% right. You know, it's because Spirit is creating space for you. The universe, God, is creating space for you. Allow it to happen. So you've got express yourself, and it says cultivate your passion. And I believe, Capricorn, that there's a sense here that you are going to want to spend a bit of time doing things that you love. I don't know who else got a message like this. Maybe Scorpio. Maybe if you've got any Scorpio in your placement, Sun, Moon or Rising, I'm going to have a listen to their video as well. I'm pretty sure it was Scorpio. But there's a sense here that you're going to want to do something that you love. Maybe every day you're just going to spend an hour knitting or drawing, or I feel like it's in a creative outlet. So I don't feel like it's just going to be watching your favorite program. I feel it's going to be more like having a bath, doing your nails. If you love gardening, pottering in the garden. It's something that it's a way that you express yourself. It's a way that it's a way in which you're cultivating your passion. Like it's a passion, you know. Some of us, we have a passion for pampering. We love pampering ourselves. For others, it's a passion with wool. We love knitting and crocheting and felting, and you know. And for others, it's art supplies, and we like to draw and color in and paint. Whatever it is, and it doesn't have to just be creative. I think, like I said to Scorpio, hey, if your passion is spreadsheets and numbers, crunch away to your heart's content. You know, we're all different, and that's a creative process for you. And so I feel this card then is twofold, isn't it? So it's expressing yourself verbally, but it's also expressing yourself with what you love to do, a creative outlet. You know, you might start a YouTube channel, you might start a blog, you might just start a diary. But there's this way of expressing yourself that fulfills you. And you need time for that. Now, very interestingly, you've got value your uniqueness. The world awaits you. And I feel this is very much, you don't, in whichever way you're expressing yourself, you don't have to be perfect at it. Like if you just want to sit and draw and then you'd be like, gosh, I wouldn't show this picture to anybody, it's terrible. It doesn't matter. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're not doing it for anything else. You're doing it to express yourself and your passions, and you're doing it to express your uniqueness. But the interesting thing happens when you're expressing your uniqueness, when you're cultivating, expressing your passions, what you love, it spills out onto the world, because it says here the world awaits you. So Capricorn, there's this sense here that it could just be something as simple as spending a bit of time on you, making yourself a little bit of time as a priority to you, spills out to those that are around you, brings joy, love and happiness to those that are around you, because suddenly you are more filled with love and joy, and therefore you have it to give. So don't underestimate sometimes how maybe Spirit is bringing this to your attention, because maybe some of you feel a little bit guilty. Maybe some of you feel like, oh, I'm letting everybody down by, you know, spending this hour drawing, like it's not important. It is important, because when you are happy, you can make somebody else happy. Trust me, my friends, when you're not happy, you can't make people around you happy. You can try, and you might to a certain extent, but it's not sustainable. And I think, Capricorn, Spirit is really bringing to your attention, life isn't all about work, and it isn't all about others. This is your life. And Spirit just said to me that is the most important thing that I could say in this reading for some of you. This is your life. And you being happy in your life, you having time in your life, you doing things your way in your life is the most important thing you can do. And look at the tarot. In the first week, or the first energy, you've got the sun. And the sunflowers here, they follow the sun. That's their calling. That's their passion. They're not interested in the rose in the next in the next paddock. They're not interested in what's going on around them. They've got their love, they've got their passion. And there's a sense here of, it teaches us to embrace our own passions, our own things that bring us joy. Because I tell you what, a field of sunflowers couldn't care less about you. They just care about the sun. But boy, do they make you happy when you see them. You can't help but smile. The yellow, the colour, the way they're pretty much all turned in the one direction, it's awe-inspiring. And it's a little reminder that sometimes we don't inspire others by making everything about the others. We don't live our best life by always just doing things for others. In fact, if anything, doing that does not inspire others to live their best life. This sun is a major arcana, Capricorn. It's the way Spirit co-creates, the part that Spirit plays in co-creating our world, our life with us. And Spirit's brought you the sun here. Spirit's showing you the way. So you're the sunflower, Capricorn, and Spirit is the sun. And Spirit is going to show you which way to turn your head. What catches your attention? What catches your passion and your drive? What do you have energy at the end of your day for? And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, and I love this because this is in a tangible sense. So this is grounded energy. This is earth energy. The pentacles are the earth. It's the earth. It's the earth signs. And I feel that Spirit is saying here, this is grounded in reality. This is not wishful thinking or just a positive mindset or airy fairy stuff. This is real and tangible. You can make time for what you love. You can express yourself, cultivate your passions, value your uniqueness, and the world will still love you. The world will still have time for you. It's not like, I don't know what it is, Capricorn, and it'll be different for each of you, but I kind of got, it's almost like if you turn your attention to you, everybody else is going to fall into a vortex. That's just the words that have been given to me. I'm probably finding them just as interesting as you, but this is your reading, Capricorn, so this will make sense to you. It's important. This message is important enough that it comes out in a monthly reading. And I like the way this Queen of Pentacles is just sitting on her throne, contemplating the pentacle. This seek seclusion, I feel, is mimicked in this Queen of Pentacles. I feel that she is seeking answers in her pentacle. And her pentacle is her life. It's the tangible things around her, her relationships, her hobbies, her job, her family, her home. And I'm saying her because it's the Queen, but it doesn't matter if you're a male or female, this is just energy. But she's looking at everything. And she's coming to an understanding. she's making sense of everything. And she realizes that if she doesn't make time for the things she loves, she's going to miss out. There's a huge portion of her life that will be missed. There's a huge potential that'll be missed. And I'm not saying that the potential makes you famous or wins you heaps of money, like you make money out of it, but the potential is that soul fulfillment potential. A way of bringing happiness to yourself. And in week 3, we touched a little bit on this with the boundaries. I think this 5 of Wands is just, I think you're going to see, Capricorn, how you battle yourself when you want to do things for yourself. I feel it shows you how you diminish your hobbies or your passions because they don't bring in any money. So you see them as having no purpose. What's the point? Instead of spending 3 hours doing something you love, spend 3 hours at working and gain some extra income. I feel there's a sense here that, especially the Queen of Pentacles is quite practical. You know, the Pentacles are practical. And Capricorn, you're a very practical sign. I feel that the practical almost wants to override the joy you have in something. And I think you're going to kind of, I feel like you're going to fight yourself on this one. I feel like you're really going to, I think it's going to cause drama in yourself, like not with your outer world. I don't really see this causing any problems with the people around you, not at all. I don't think they're really going to notice what you're going through. I feel this is all very internal. You know, you'll be going, oh yeah, but you should be doing this, and well, if you did that, you'd earn money. Yeah, but I love doing this, and well, it's going to make you tired. Yes, but you know, the way we talk to ourselves in our heads. And you know, I think that this is what is going to make it, it's what is going to make you see how you don't allow yourself to experience all those not the joyful moments. That's not what Spirit's saying. It's you don't allow yourself space to just do the things that you love, not for any outcome, but just because you love them. And I really feel, Capricorn, with this 8 of Pentacles, I really feel life at the moment is all about work. It's all about making money, because I feel like there's a sense here, there's a part of you that kind of says, well, sorry, Spirit just corrected me there. So for some of you, it's about making money, about work, about chores. So if you're at home, you know, the time that you're knitting, for instance, is not the time that you're cleaning or cooking. But Spirit is going to show you this month how all aspects of ourselves deserve to be embraced. And yes, you have a wonderful work ethics. And that is who you are. That's just naturally who you are. So to try and tell yourself, no, I'm not that anymore, is silly. But it's also understanding that you are so much more than that as well. There is more to you than just work or just succeeding or moving ahead or whatever else it is that we all get caught up in. And so I get this feeling this month, Capricorn, I don't feel it's a big eventful month. I feel it's a month that's it's going to be quite calm. It's going to be just one of those months that kind of allows you to catch your breath. One of those months that is not full of drama and incidences and big growth or big changes or anything like that. I feel this is a month that you can kind of chill out in, but don't underestimate its impact on you, because I think this month is really going to have you looking at ways that you can fulfill yourself more. Having a look at what fulfills you and making sure that you incorporate that in your Eight of Pentacles, in your daily work. Like, you'll make that part of your life because it's something that you love. It's something that nurtures you. And because I think that you'll see, you might, let's go back to the knitting, and I'm not saying that all of you are knitting, but let's go back to the knitting. One evening you might be sitting in your favorite chair knitting away, and then one of your children might come up to you and go, "Mum, what are you smiling about?" And you'll be like, "Oh, am I smiling?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, you look so happy." And I think you're gonna get a bit choked up. I feel like you're gonna go, "Oh, do you know, knitting makes me really happy. I'm calm and I'm happy." And I think the child's gonna turn around and go, "I love it when you knit, Mum. I love it when you're happy." And I'm not saying that's just an example, but your partner might come in and go, and it might not be that somebody says anything to you. You might just feel it whelming up in you. You might just feel this utter sense of contentment that you almost get tears in your eyes, and you're just like, "I'm so happy. I'm calm and I'm happy." That's what you're accessing this month, Capricorn. Oh, love, light and blessings, my friends. Have a wonderful month. See you next time. Bye-bye.